Hello YouTube. Today I'd like to talk about something that affects a lot of people. Something serious. What if somebody screamed at you and threatened you, slapped you in the face, and beat you with objects such as shoes or hairbrushes? What if someone told you that you were a horrible person, that you have no talent, you have no personality or social skills, and that everyone hates you, even your friends, even your fiancé? What if they called you names like moron, wacko, nut, mental patient, asshole, jerk? And then, if you cried, they would make fun of you or ignore you. What if someone refused to ever listen to you, and they insisted that they were always right, even on subjects that they had no way of knowing anything about? What if that someone was the one person in the whole world who is supposed to love you unconditionally and accept you? This happened to me, and I can tell you that emotional abuse to children is a real problem, and it damages them for life. There is scientific evidence that verbal and emotional abuse in childhood leads to anxiety and depression in adulthood. I've been battling with anxiety and depression for the last 10 years. I've been on and off various medications and therapies. I've even attempted suicide a few times. I was almost successful when I overdosed on Paxil. I spent 2 days in the hospital. And during that time, I would wonder why I got sick. Why couldn't I just be normal? Why did I have to be such a wacko? I would think that the world would be a better place without me, because I was just a horrible person anyway, and everyone hated me. And I wrote a blog, and as I was writing the blog, the reason why I was so sick became clearer and clearer. And my parents read this blog too. My father insists that what they did to me was discipline, and it was the best they could do, and also it was justified because of how I acted as a child. They had it much worse growing up, so I should consider myself lucky. And my problems later in life were my fault, simply because I didn't try to talk to them about it. My mother called me sick and twisted. She claimed that I had Asperger's disease, and she threw out every possession of mine left in their house. And after posting some hateful messages to my husband and I on Facebook, and some really emotionally distant emails, she told us basically that we were on our own, bye-bye, she would never contact us again. So now here I am, me and my husband, and our daughter. I have no problem with her growing up without grandparents. I would rather her have no grandparents than grandparents who think child abuse is okay, or worse, grandparents that can't differentiate discipline from abuse. Nothing a child does can justify beating them or insulting their character. Children are humans. They deserve respect and understanding as much as an adult does. I believe that there are no stupid children. Children simply are not born knowing everything, and it's a parent's job to teach them what they need to know. A parent that abuses a child in the name of discipline really is just embarrassed that they cannot teach them what they need to know. And just because a child doesn't have bruises, and a child has plenty of material possessions, and everything they want is paid for, including a college education, that doesn't mean they're not being abused. I know I cannot be a perfect parent. Nobody can. But I'm going to try my best. And I'm definitely not going to use fear and degradation as methods of discipline. I want my children to grow up with confidence and high self-esteem, and feel that they can always talk to me without being invalidated or insulted. And when they grow up, it would be nice if they have a lower risk of becoming depressed or having panic attacks. You know, it's the least I can do. Anyway, if you want to read my blog, I put a link down in the description. My blog is bilingual, and I hope to cover many more topics besides this one. So yeah, check it out, and thank you for listening.